Mic check. Fantastic. We got a signal. Hope you're doing good today. What is it? The hump of the week? Oh yeah. November. Remember the 5th of November, right? So probably something's gonna go down today. You know, they love to do something on today. Not up to speed. Just go through the resume of the community, and I'm sure you'll see and be able to analyze the shit that goes down, you know, in its cyclic fashion, the ritual nature of how they keep us contained as sheep on the field. The media is the wicked shepherd, you know. But anyway, we may touch on a couple of stories today, but first of all, it is going to be audio only. Again, if you are new here, I've put out personally myself, you know, thousands of videos with visual, visual stuff for you to look at, as well as the audio or just visual. Today's just going to be audio, right? It's going to be powerful nonetheless, as usual. And first up, I just want to say, isn't it amazing how people get literally, you know, rushed in their house by the feds, taken to jail and fined for hurty words online? Isn't it amazing? So, like, what are you saying? You saying whatever happened to sticks and stones? What are you saying? Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Whatever happened to that? Whatever happened to sticks and stones? Because I'm going somewhere with this, you know. Remember the nursery rhyme? Sticks and stones may break your bones, but words will never hurt you. So we got police, as we've been discussing for the last, you know, over a year and a bit now. Police, you know, will come to you for hurty words. They won't come to people that will give them. I don't even think they watched the video, because I'm getting to the train station stuff, you know. If you're not up to speed, the person with the stabby stuff, what we're going to get into in a minute, Anthony Williams, if you didn't know, he was literally for maybe 3 days or 2 days beforehand, or definitely the day before, he was already trying to stab people up. So the police had notification of him and a visual reference. So what we doing here then? I don't even think they looked at the video that was at the barber shop. So again, whether it's a full-blown scripted or whether they, you know, that's another side of this. You could say, you know, they purposely will let out people from the mental house or not keep them in, or, you know what I mean? Like all this type of stuff, right? So whether it's a full-blown scripted event or not, you know, the method to their madness, so to speak, right? Going together with what we document over here, regardless if you're scripted or not. Why it's important to understand the polarization of the days and then know what happens on those days. You know, just like Jamaica or the hurricane, you know, they like to manipulate the weather, right? Now, obviously not everywhere equals 52, but you know, the major hurricane that took place the other day just happened to sweep through Jamaica. And again, Jamaica equals 52, hurricane 52, the Greek deity god that deals with storms and, you know, when the ground tectonic plates decides to move. Look up Enlil, Enlil, Enlil 52. So Enlil 52, I think even stormy equals 52. But anyway, hurricane, flood, earth, Enlil equals 52, along with Jamaica equals 52. Again, note all the just note all the entries, man, as I pointed out a bazillion times. Just like I'm going to point out here today. Who's most likely to do a specific thing on a specific day? By the numbers, and they don't even know. Wow, you've got all those numbers allocated around you. Who's likely to do, whether it's good or bad? I'm just saying, you know, hypothetically, right? Doesn't matter if it's good or bad. right? But unfortunately, you know, we do deal with a lot of not good stuff concerning the news, right? People ending their life, you know, could be again terror attacks, could be scripted events, could be knife crime. And isn't it amazing how these numbers always seem to churn out the specific numbers for a specific situation over and over again? Absolutely amazing when you start to actually document this thing. So again, if you're new here, I'm not going to fully hold your hand too much, but I just want to slightly set something up somewhat before we get going here. And we're about to get going right now. So, hold on, I've got my wrong slide here. This is another stabbing situation. Oh my God, this one's what? Moment, double killer shots. I regret nothing after stabbing pregnant partner to death. Wow. I mean, we'll get back to that. Excuse me. I mean, there's so many stories that I've covered that I haven't put out. But hold on, let's get to this. Dotty head why. Again, I don't think it was that type of scripted event, but again, the police leaving, the man runs in, this is Anthony Williams now, right? With the stabbing train stuff, right? Huntingdon, you know, Peterborough, whatever. So imagine, the police get calls from different places, right? Because he was doing a madness before the day of the train stuff. So again, are they too busy dealing with people writing hurty words on on Twitter or Facebook? They've got footage of the man running into places, the barbershop. Imagine you're getting your hair cut. You've got some madman drinking his probably a quick bit of Magnum, you know, getting his high on to help him to go mad or madder. You're in the barbershop and then this brother runs in with like a 12-inch blade, waving it around, cussing. Then the barbershop people obviously contact the police. Where the police don't attend. The people got video of the guy. Then the next day, there's actually, I think, 2 train situations, but obviously the main one was the one, and he stabs about, you know, 9, 10, 11 people on the blood clot train. When I'm walking up the fucking street the other day, I got to make sure I smile, because when, you know, odd people might look, or foreigners look, they're gonna, you know what I mean? Oh my God, that's a black guy. Oh, you might flip out. Oh, he doesn't look happy. Oh, we got to make sure I smile. Hi, you're right. You're right. Welcome to the area. You know, you need a tour. Like, can I help you? Fucking hell, man. And obviously, it's not only black people doing a madness. It's all fucking colors and creeds. People just spazzing out, knife crime, youths, man them. Unbelievable. But not surprising when you know the code. And as somebody, as we've been explaining tirelessly over here, doing the science, measurable, observable, repeatable, right? Who's more prone to do a specific thing on a specific day and why that's the cause? Duh! How this information, especially as I'm going to get to the comments in a moment, and as I keep pointing out, when we get to those milestones and benchmark dub plates, as we do, because we've got all the little small ones in between that's still significant, but then we've got the big ones like Charlie Kirk or this one or that one. And I'll quickly say this as well. I was in, man, you know, Chaotic Truth. Zach was in there and he was talking about, I think they got the, like, was it again? Some like the free government stuff that they give out to help people, you know, like I don't know, like a gyro check or something, or like food stamps, something like that was going on. He was over there. And then I'm looking in the comments and you got those same assholes, the same ones that if you go on their channels, they'll make videos to do with Zach, cussing off his woman. Remember now, before they were saying, oh, his girlfriend is a tranny. Oh, you can't, oh, they've got a kid now. You can't say she's a tranny. But they will still go on saying a whole rigmarole. And it's all based off of, you know, because it's not Hebrew, they'll just say this whole rigmarole of nonsense. And then obviously use the stuff to do with the sports stuff, because, you know, you're not going to win every sports bet because you know this type of knowledge, but obviously you can still see something or win something or get some parlays in. Whether it's UFC, look at the UFC scandal stuff going on. But anyway, my point is, I'll get back to the UFC stuff because we already know that shit fucking fixed, rigged and scripted, you know? Like we ain't fucking done fights over here, whether it's before or after the fact. But my point is, How do these people still have a leg to stand on? You want to see the, cuts one in the comments, this one, that one. It's like, really? Really? I want to see you tear down all the Charlie Kirk information concerning the Gematria and show me how it's all bullshit. Show us how the movie from 1998 Snake Eyes is bullshit. Because again, we didn't make the film. We didn't get that person to star and all the other, and the timing of the release. That's my point. How do these people wake up every day? And it's how you know the mental health crisis situation is crazy. So whether it's this crazy motherfucker on the train, whether it's, cuts one, again, we don't, these people have got an open invitation to come over here, yeah, and show me how I'm full of shit. They can't do it. They can't fucking do it. They leave comments recently. Have they not left comments? Did we not speak about this in the last couple of months? Is that them in the comments now? Let me have a look. Cuts one. Of course it's not Cuts one. You won't find them. And it's just all they do is that same old, nonsense. So shout out to what? He was an engineer. Is that one of the classic jokes though? Because I know everybody loves that joke. Let me put it on the screen there. I know people like to say that usual suspects, he was an engineer. He was, about to be a Nobel Prize winner taking the piss. Again, I'll say this. What do you expect though when you've already probably got took from your natural place of living, cut off from your heritage, just like I was saying, speaking loud, which could have been a stream yesterday, but I was off stream. Was it yesterday or the day before? Went into one for a good hour, right? My point is, how do I not know that I'm not cut off from serious heritage and fucking royalty shit? Huh? How did my parents get to Jamaica? Even though I know you can say, piff, puff, puff, you're in the dream, every color and everything was everywhere. Like we can't always go with the history that we're told, but, take stuff with a pinch of salt type of thing, you know what I mean? Like, obviously there was black people, Indians and that in America before the whole fucking rush of the boat stuff. Really? You mean to tell me, like, there wasn't every color of plant already just here? Like, you just wake up in a dream? Because, this is all one big dream, like a mirror reflection, like Russian dolls, and it works inside out, not outside in. Your mind is the most powerful part from the primordial waters of the subconscious and the cosmos, primordial waters. Like, hello. So my point is, how do I not know that, I'm not part of some royalty cut off and rare tear. But all I'm trying to get to is, with all the food, again, the poison in the sky, the poison in the food, the poison music, the poison this, that, water, blah, 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 blah. My point is, my friend, how do you not expect the youth of all colors and creed? How would one not expect people to spaz out and they don't know the root cause of why they're spazzing out? This is my fucking point of what I've been saying on my channel from how long? How can you expect people not to know? Sorry, how do you expect people, obviously they don't know what the fuck you're put into this fucked up piece of shit construct set up for you to fail, for you to be obedient, dumb and docile. Again, it's hook, line and sinker right now, especially right now, I'm going to get back to your comment. I know you put some other comments there, but I'm just going off with the first one you wrote. I don't want to lose my train of thought. But my point is, again, it's hook, line and sinker with the sign of the times that we're in right now. Again, digital ID, how they're setting up the cyber attack stuff, they're doing all the cyber attack stuff, again, digital currency, fucking digital score system and all of that stuff, they really do that in places like China. This is all purposeful design, problem, reaction, solution, Hegelian dialect. You also has qualification to be a doctor in Peterborough. I like the way my eyes floated though on the one after that. He said, I don't mean you. Yeah, man, you can join the stream, No, I know what you're saying, obviously, innit? But you still got to go with, remember, a big part of the world don't understand why the people spazzing out. So they'll just be like, oh, black fatigue. Karen fatigue. Yeah? Kevin fatigue. This fatigue, that fatigue. That's why I bundle it all together. Zombieland Variant fatigue. And the other fatigue is the powers that shouldn't be, aka the Jesuit order, or whatever name you want to give them, Freemasonic, whatever, you know, their fatigue. Tick. That's the fatigue that I'm talking about. So for me, I don't want to hear about, oh, it could have been black engineer fatigue, but you know, it's one of them, you know, the usual suspect fatigue. The people that write that, you are Zombieland Variant fatigue. Anthony Williams on the train, stabby. You are Zombieland Variant fatigue. Dumbass police going for people not, for hurty words. Zombieland Variant fatigue. Get it? Very simple. Very simple. Fucking hell. And that's the most craziest part. These fuckers ain't woken up to. You are the biggest part of the problem, you Zombieland variants. You are the worst, man, Zombieland variant fatigue. And that's why when I write it, that comes before. When you see me write that, that's why I write that before. And the Jesuit order, you know, the powers that shouldn't be fatigue. I keep showing you. Even funny enough, MMA Guru's been mentioning it recently, and I said, "Rah, has he? Is that probably off his own mind? Because I know he's kind of smart, brother. But I wouldn't be surprised if he caught wind of me fucking saying that. But as I say, you know, great minds can think alike, and he's been saying that. He's been saying, you know, just how it is now with these mass herd of zombies, so to speak. I can't remember the word he used, or if he used my type of terminology. But if you go on MMA Guru, he's been saying it recently, and he's saying he's scared to even have kids. He's saying the world is so dumb. That's why and he's even saying how I would say it. He's saying, you know, how they outnumber us. What do I always say? They outnumber my types exponentially at an alarming rate. Yeah, you get rid of the Zombieland mind state, whether we can get rid of the thinking. If we can't get rid of the thinking, we need to ship them off somewhere on a lonely island. If that can't work and they still swim back to where we are, we need to cart them off into space. See ya, toodaloo, au revoir, sayonara, arrivederci, auf Wiedersehen. Foxtrot Oscar. Yeah? That's what needs to happen. Along with the Jesuit order. Bye, sayonara, arrivederci, auf Wiedersehen. Fuck off. Because without the Zombieland variants, none of this is possible. Along with, you know, the handlers that herd the farm. All right? Don't know who this person is here, but shout out to you. I've got you on the screen right here. Once again, shout out to Wesley Moore. I didn't say your name yet. Shout out to Wesley Moore. Shout out to mate. Oh man. I'm just gonna call you T7R. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Oh, mate, I'm trying to Anywho, what's this say here? It's so sad that you can go to prison for right. It's so sad that you can go to prison for saying hurty words on Twitter or Facebook. This country has a lot of problems they should be sorting out, but it's all by design. They should be sorting out, but they're causing the problem. Again, Hegelian dialect, right? They're causing the problem, my friend. This is it. Problem, reaction, solution, right? That's what they're doing. All the cyber attacks, right? Right. So let me just change this background music here. Let's put this one on here. All right. And of course, when this situation broke, I said, you know what? Let me wait. Let me wait. Yeah, let me wait. Because I'm just waiting for the name. Yeah. So I can do the do. Now, again, Huntingdon, Cambridgeshire, you know, it was going on for a fruit stops or one stop. The suspect involved of Caribbean descent, but is born in the UK, British national. Again, we are talking about, what's his name? Anthony Williams, right? So again, just reading from some of my slides here. Again, I would show you, but you know, StreamYard doesn't like my device, my tablet, unfortunately. And again, I would make a video, but there's not enough good traction or people that care about videos. And we've made, you know, again, for myself, as I already mentioned, damn near 2,000 across all my channels of the same name. So, you know, go knock yourself out. There's thousands of videos from me giving you a visual representation of what I'm talking about here. Yeah. So it's only recently over here I've only been doing just audio, but of course you can still find some in recent times where I am showing stuff as well. A good few videos, so just find them, right? So yeah, so Cambridgeshire train stabbing latest, or at the time a couple of days ago. This is from GB News. You know, you got that again. Shout out to, oh my god, shout out to, and I will call them motherfucking heroes this time around. Not because I know I'm not gonna look at this on, you know, you got the suspicious occasions. I'll say it that way. That's happened time and time again. You know, like Ariana Grande concert in Manchester, or you know, some of the situations that happened on you know, like you know, the bridge, London Bridge. You know what I mean? And you have to say, okay, really, are you lot in on it as well, or was you really heroes? But on this occasion, I know it's not that type of scripted situation, although I know there's still numbers involved on the organic side, and it's very important to understand the multifaceted nature of what the fuck we're talking about over here. Hence why they give you movies with Nicolas Cage called Knowing, and other movies with Nicolas Cage called Snake Eyes. Yeah, so go fucking figure. Much of which always leave the movie in under every video, you know, comments or description. You know, it's on YouTube. Somebody's put it up for free. Knowing Nicolas Cage. Watch at least the first 20 minutes, half an hour. Bam, what are you saying? Well, am I still making up numbers? Yeah. Did I make the film? Did I have the idea for that film? How about The Matrix? About a script code? You know, I can go on and on. TV shows called Numbers. FBI show called Numbers. You got the mathematic guy teacher helping his FBI brother and these people from the FBI. Or I'll say F Bumbaclaw I, yeah? Fucking hell. Numbers. Another show with the autistic boy called Touch with Kiefer Sutherland. Huge Hollywood person doing normal TV shows. Yeah? Showing about all the connection to people and why it's important with all the numbers and all of that. Yeah? Go figure. Idiot. Again, where is cuts? I'll give you the floor cuts. I'll love you to show up. I'll give you the floor. I'll finish off what I'm doing here. We'll do a fresh stream. And I'll give you the link. Join. I'll just sit back and I'll just have my popcorn and then I'll just listen to you. Where is cuts 1? And the rest of those? Where's Ava the G? I want to hear you tear down what I'm talking about from my stance and angle, and I want to hear you tear down all the stuff the community's done concerning Charlie Kirk. That's the show and stream I want to do with Cuts 1. Yeah? Come on, where you at? You're all right. Yeah, of course. Of course it should be deemed a terrorist attack. And let me quickly shout out those that was on the train, because imagine that you got to think fast. 1 minute you're chilling on the train, or you know, doing your thing, you know what I mean, on your phone, reading a book, physical book, or somebody's got your kids on the train, going for a few stops, or you know, what is it? It was a train, Doncaster to London. That was the train. Then 2 twos, all of a sudden, what the fuck? 1 minute you're in the toilet changing baby's nappy. 2 twos, what the fuck is going on? What? Yo, shout out to Unu that was on the train, thinking fast, doing the best that you could. Some of you even sustained injury that I saw as well. Shout out to you lot, man. You know, get into another carriage, probably trying to barricade yourself in, doing the best that you could. You got some, you know what I mean? Some crazy cunt wielding knife round. Was there not any fire extinguishers? I mean, they probably don't have that like that, or they might have something. Like something to startle his vision, you know, fire extinguisher, you know, something. Like fucking hell, man. And that's why don't go with, it's not legal for you to have a real pepper spray. You can only have you know, the gel that's got the little color stuff and it's on their hair, and the police go, oh yes, that was the guy, you know, they can't wash it out probably for a week, you know, their face and hair and clothes stained. Fuck that. You get what the fuck you need to get. Why? Because I already pointed out for this, and I can go for how many other situations. Again, if you just join, again, the police was notified about this fucking bumperclot scumbag that was already going on running around with a knife before the day of the train stuff. He's running into barbershops waving knives around and other places, or he done something to maybe a 14-year-old child on another train before the main train incident. We ain't saying, but they've got time to rush people in their yard and arrest them and fine them for hurty fucking words on Twitter or fucking Facebook. Are you taking the piss? Listen, I'm telling you. Let me go to this comment quickly. I think maybe the motive this time, I don't know, maybe you need to rewind the stream, my friend. You don't always need to be. I mean, I'm not saying there might not be some type of thing that triggered him off. You're like a catalyst, oh, you know, he's it's like one of the ones I saw the other day in America. Oh my God, for instance, right? I'm like, bro, why did this brother go back and stab up the people? He's in America. Why did he go back to like the massage parlor? And I don't know if it was when you get a lucky massage at the end, you know, or whatever the term they use. I don't know. I've never done it. But anyway, my point is, a happy ending. That's the one, right? Happy ending massage. But anyway, so this like a kind of elder-looking kind of white man, right? Not no young spring chicken. Anyway, he's already been to the blood clot parlor. Even gives them tips. Happy, right? Not saying he had a happy ending, but he's happy to give tips. He's been there so many times. Then on this specific day, he's come back now, or gone in there. He's stabbing up the people, stabbing up the women, right? You know why he stabbed up? You know what his motive was? You want to hear the Zombieland Variant fatigue motive? Because they was fully booked that day and he had to have it on another day. So he went back on the day that he tried to get it, his appointment, and he obviously couldn't, you know, he got turfed away, but, you know, friendly turfed. It's not like they threw him out like Phil from fucking, you know, Will Smith and French Prince of fucking Bel-Air. It's not like they just dashed him out the blood. And he came back mad. And that was the motive. Oh no! They was friendly with the motherfucker, nice to him, and his motive and his trigger catalyst mechanism was that. Because he couldn't get his appointment on the day he wanted to get his appointment. What? At least the police turned up. They caught him, you know, so many blocks down. You know, I can't remember how it went. If he was in the car with the little police chase, and they found him. You know, he tried to take off his top and change his appearance because, you know, he went in there kind of masked up and wrapped around his head and all this stuff. Fucking piece of shit scumbag. And this is my point. Because we got all the variables that could go into the Zombieland state fatigue of being, let alone the root cause, you know, the type of shit that we talked about over here, which should be the top tier level of talk for everybody, you know, that's on social media. On and off social media, excuse me, you know what I mean? What's this one here? Let me read this one. So yeah, shout out to TR7 with that one. Yeah, seems he had issues. Yeah, no shit. Yeah, no shit. It is worldwide Zombieland Variant fatigue issues, my friend. Right, let me read this one here now, son. Shout out to Wesley Moore. He said, it's also said that you can go to prison for... Oh, no, I already said that with the hurty word stuff. Yeah, we really covered that enough. So, right, okay, thanks. I get you now a bit. I think, hey, just keep going through the... If you're new here, which I think you are, just keep going through the videos, man. I'll put out over thousands of what, 4 channels. This one's got over 1,500 videos, much of which is a visual presentation. So knock yourself out. There's not enough traction now for me to be bothered to, you know, make videos and do all this other stuff because nobody cares, unfortunately, you know. So they only care about money, which is numbers. They care about sports, which deals with numbers and points and divisions and whatever, but they don't care about the numbers that actually dictate their lives, which is the code of the construct and the realm. Hence why the powers that shouldn't be realized part of how the construct works, just like God speaking the word into existence over numbered days. Yeah, I think there's something with numbers and words create worlds. Fucking hell, man. Like, hello? Did you see The Matrix? Did you see the movie called Knowing with Nicolas Cage? You know, they don't give you all in one movie, but when you catch the movies and stuff that you need to catch in TV shows or music stuff or whatever, or specific text that's written in specific books that come from specific people, it doesn't have to be, but basically occult only means hidden. So once you start to get into some occult knowledge, don't be scared of magic. How did you get here? Are you scared of the sun and moon? How they're just magically suspended in the magnetism and the magic of magnetism? When I look at the sun and the moon, I'm just in awe. It's like, wow, that's fucking amazing. Even though I understand how it works to a degree, again, magnetism, right? Torus fields and magnetism. But I'm just in awe. It's just like, wow, the closest celestial bodies, they're hanging around, doing their thing infinitely. That's why they, and it deals with time, right? Weeks and months is the fucking moon, and hours and minutes is the sun. Yeah? And then, of course, if you get a time lapse up of the sun and the moon, what do you get? At 88, the sun makes a figure 8 and the moon makes a figure 8. Oh, Ouroboros, infinite. Time, infinite. So the construct, don't get scared. Oh, we're going to do nuclear terror. You can't listen, man. They can't blow up what's been set by the Almighty. Yeah, know that they can only fucking do a bit of scary and a bit of this and a bit of keep us on edge, which they have, so they keep us at bay as they herd us. You got the bad satanic shepherd, and you got all the fucking herds of sheep in the pen, thinking that they're on a ball. It's the most funniest shit. But anyway, let me get to these goddamn numbers, man. I've sidebarred about all of this a bazillion times. Hold up here. Shout out to everybody here today. So anywho, it's reading from the Sun here. What's this say? So blood-soaked passenger said, I've been stabbed before collapsing while fleeing on Huntingdon train as cops arrest 2. And again, it only turned out it was one of them, right? Interesting. I'm sure stabbed equals 53. The initial post time of this one from the Sun is 53 minutes past the hour with an update time of 38 minutes past. Again, it was a black man. We know nigger equals 38. Obviously, knife has the potentiality to cause somebody to be deceased. Again, we know nobody died, but again, killing 38, murder 38, was like stabbing and stab wound equals 38, knifing 38, stabs 38, collapsed 38, found dead equals 38, even words like drowned equals 38, delete and cancel equals 38. So once you actually, again, study language, and then you realize, oh wow, all the murder numbers, you realize all the pigeonhole system, right? So all this self-deletion words to do with, the word like suicide or mental health, they all have all the same word numbers all around them, right? All those words, welfare, mood swing, and then you've got all the racism type words, terrorism, of course, big part of terrorism, racism, terrorism, oh my God. What's it go again? Is it 27 and 63? Is it terror 27 and 63? No, terrorism 63, racism 63, racism 63 and 27, race equals 27. And then once you start punching in words like, ISIS, Islam, all these type of words, you'll see how it's like, oh, wow, isn't it funny how they all got the 63s and 27s? It's like, okay, okay. You see how they've set that up? Because we know all these prolific scriptures that's, controls them, whether it's Christianity or Quran, none of them's all sacred as people think they're so sacred, even though, the Bible's been rewritten and published how many times. But my point is, it's all done by design, by the numbers. Yeah? People still don't realize why they walk around the cube and then how that goes back, the Kaaba stone and all these in Mecca. They still don't get how that goes back to Saturn and the cube of Saturn and all this other stuff. Those that are high up in the pyramid scheme of, the Quran knowledge that work with the gang, the Jesuit order, they know what the fuck's going on. while you're wasting time in kilojoules walking around the stone, wasting your time praying 5 days, 5 times a day, all a waste of time in the kilojoules. It's nothing but control. Once you understand that, I'm not saying you can't take away some, as I always say, some, philosophies and that's what that said in the Quran, fantastic. Or what that said in the, I don't even want to say Vedic stuff because, that's just on a whole nother level anyways. Stuff that you probably want to take heed of in its entirety. So, shout out to the Vedic and the Hindi stuff. But, back to the Bible stuff, there's going to be some stuff you're going to want to take heed of, all right? But, there's other stuff you want to go with a pinch of salt. All right. Let me change this background music here. We're going to get to the numbers right now. I've got his date of birth as well. All right, let's get this up here. All right, so if we just do some of the... we've got the what we know so far. I ain't going to go with all of that. I'm sure you've probably done enough reading on it. It's only a quick couple of headings. We've got 6:25 train headed to King's Cross Station, depart from Doncaster to London train, right? And then 9:29 train departs Peterborough Station, and then 10 minutes later, 7:39, police receive reports of multiple stabbings aboard a train. Then by 1944, emergency stop made at Huntingdon train station. And then 47 minutes past 8 at night, you got British Transport Police announce on X that 2 people have been arrested. And then we know now one's been let go, and then only one's been charged. What is this? Is this the local mayor of Cambridgeshire and Peterborough? So we're going to quickly start here. I'm just going through my slides. I don't want to skip to Anthony because I know he's just there coming up. So we're just going through them as it comes. We'll cover a couple of things here today. And we'll see how it's always interesting as well, how these type of stories float around with the... I might have to do, what's his name live though? What's his name again? Sadiq Khan. I might have to do that live, a quick decode with him live because I didn't do that. I can't be asked because, it's probably going to be the same old same. But anyway, we're going to look at Keir Starmer and we're going to look at Paul Bristow. When's he born? 27th of March. And he is the mayor of Cambridgeshire and Peterborough. Assume office 5th of May 2025. Did I mention knife equals 27? I don't think I have yet today. Now, of course, it's a form of terrorism, right? So from the day that he assumed office, May 5th, to the situation, which happened on November 1st, note blade equals treble 1. Yeah, so 11/1, blade equals 101. So again, November 1st is the situation there, right? Anyway, so you got 5 months, 4 weeks. And of course, it's a form of terrorism. Even though I'm not saying it's one of those type of scripted events, all right? Seems it could be an organic one. So terrorism 54. And again, they're not labeling it terrorism, right? That's what they're saying in the news. Am I not correct about that? I'm pretty sure they're saying, no, it's not terrorism. How the fuck is it not terrorism? It's terrorizing people on the motherfucking train or in the barbershop. How is he not terrorizing people? Fucking idiot. So what they want to do is fucking go on like they want to be politically correct and PC and bring all this fucking marigmarole in, and you're just full of fucking shit. All they want people to do is just have, as I say, identity crisis. Oh, I'm waking up today. Well, I don't like my balls. I don't like how my knob sways to the left. Why have I got nipples? As a matter of fact, let me start taking, I'm a male. Oh, I don't lactate. Let me start taking some pills. I wanna be a lady. Let me get my balls and my knob tucked. That's all they want, is just madness. Whether it's LGBT, LMNP, XYZ, you got all that crew going on. Look how they did my boy, The Witcher. Oh my god, I can't even watch the latest fucking season. I've already watched a clip of, what's that guy's name? Was it Longheart? Some new guy in there. But he kills off the rat people, if you know what I'm talking about. You know, the rat squad, whatever they're called, the rat people. I said, look what they did to my boy. They massacred. They just massacre shows and movies on purpose. And people still don't get that they're doing it on purpose. They don't care about the revenue. All they care about is getting your brain. They've got more than enough revenue, trust me. Or to be happily bought out, you know, Netflix might be buying Warner Brothers or, you know, some type of shit. Like, they're happy. Like, don't get it twisted, yeah? It's a pyramid scheme. They've got more than enough. This is all by design, purposefully. Yeah? Look how they're doing the shows, family. I don't care if it's more black people in there. It just feels weird. It's not, you know, it's just not done natural. Again, I'm black. Obviously, I'm happy to see more of my people on the motherfucking screen. You know what I mean? Shit. But at the same time, it just feels so like shoehorned in and forceful. It's like, man, I can't even watch this. It makes me feel weird. Let alone all the fucking gay woke shit going on. I mean, do you have to just force that down people's throat? Fuck it hell, man. It's brutal. And then you got the younglings coming up, you know, the young whippersnappers. Because remember now, they ain't got a clue what's going on. And remember, their devices, phones or whatever, TV, tablet, whatever, the shows, the streaming, they're the ones bringing up, yeah? The government is the wicked foster parents of the people in the plane. The people in the habitat of the plane, right? That's what's bringing you up, or the kids. Not the parents. And again, think about the domino effect of the dumbasses of the Zombieland Variant fatigue. This is my point. They outbreed people like me, right? So again, you've got the 1% that control the many. Then you've got the 95% Zombieland Variant fatigue dumbasses, basic beast brain buffoons. Remember, they can easily influence those around them chatting shit because the other ones, they ain't got a fucking clue what's going on. Then they'll take on board dumb shit. Then it's like, you know, it's domino effect. Then they're dumb. Then they're going to procreate. So to think about how easy, you know, at an alarming exponential rate that the Zombieland Variant fatigue is done. Think about it. Because their each one teach one gets around more easier than my each one teach one. Remember, I'm in the 4% that actually use our brains scattered across the plane. You got the 1% that control. Then you got the 95% of dumbass basic beast brain buffoons that don't care about nothing, even when shown. Oh, wait. Whoa. What's this here? Sorry, hold up. What's this here? To your point about the sun and how it works in reality, we don't know nothing, only what is being told. And I know it's beyond our understanding, but it is oh no, of course it is. Of course it is. But before I get to no, I haven't. I haven't been balls deep in none of those books. Went to church. I was never been balls deep in the Bible. I couldn't tell you what passage and what not. I have no idea. Quran, I have no idea. But what I do understand is, I'm not saying it might not be its roots of something that's, you know, authentically worthy, so to speak, right? But the satanic you-know-whos that have been roaming the land, who do you think understands controlling real dynamics? And people like myself are catching up. So now the side quest has become the main quest. You know what I mean? Because you're just trying to get on the rat race and do shit. Now the side quest of my brain and, you know, my intuitive beacon inside is, you know, leading me on a specific path. Then you do that here and there, but now the here and there has become the main shit. The rat race is the here and there. Who cares? Who fucking cares? Will you care about money? What do you say when they do the power cut? How are you going to eat? What's money going to help? What are you saying? Fancy car, electric or not? What are you saying? What are you doing? How much fuel have you got? we're going to do a power cut for 2 days, a week, or a month. What are you going to do when the grid goes down? What are you saying? Is Quran and Bible, is that going to help you? Is that going to help you? Now, let me quickly tell you something, my friend. Let me get you up to speed on the sun and the moon, because I didn't even give you it all. Obviously, you heard me speak about the 88. Look up ferrocells. F-E-R-R-O cell. One word, ferrocell. Yeah, and you'll find somebody on YouTube, a few people, but one has got a weird name to his channel. He's a fat, chubby white guy. But anyway, him along with other people, with this ferrocell fluid, if you get any magnet, don't matter what shape, basically you put the ferrocell liquid, a couple drops, bloop, bloop, couple drops in between, like, you know, like a Perpex see-through glass, yeah, or plastic, whatever, right? Put the ferrocell liquid in there, put it together. Then on the other side of that, you got your magnet. Then when you shine the light around it in a dark room, what do you see? What do you see? You see the torus field, right? Just like, I'll quickly refer back to yourself, because you are borrowing your body. You are a torus field or torus fields, hence why you have Merkaba, chakra system. All of that system is what powers you. That's what you are. First and foremost, your meat suit, you're just borrowing your meat suit. You are your aura, torus fields, first and foremost. Have you ever noticed the black and white lines going across your eyeballs in a dark room? Again, have you ever took the time to actually watch the black and white lines when you're in a dark room? And also, after your eyes adjust, you can open your eyes and, of course, still see the black and white lines, which is your torus fields. Also, if you have, because we all got the potentiality of having a powerful mind, but maybe it might work with those that have been more into meditational type. But anyway, it probably won't work without that if you put your mind to it, right? And then get your avatar on. Again, I'm an air sign, I'm a Gemini. Anywho, you, because I've done it, you can dictate speed and which way it spins just on your thought. I've done it countless times. Back to the sun and the moon. You know the sun and the, the torus field. You know there's a nickname for it called the hourglass. So you got the torus field, right? And you know, I can't remember the fancy words, because it goes back in on itself, right? And it's like a self-perpetuated, ongoing, you know, man, it's even like how the atmosphere works. As a quick example, you know, it's like a recycling system, right? So again, you've got the roundness of a torus field, but then on the North Pole and the South Pole, you know, it sucks in and goes back in on itself, right? And then you've got the hourglass, the figure 8, right? Just like you've got the egg timer, hourglass, yeah? You know, you've got the sand in there, it's like that shape of an 8. Get it? Hence why the sun and the moon is on their own torus field's trajectory on the figure 8. Hence why they do the figure 8. Now, I'm not saying you didn't know that before today, but I'm just showing you where I'm at. They didn't teach me that in school. That's just come through obvious and logical stuff that I found on my personal quest. And then the other quest of, okay, well, no, they're not going to wake up, but I'm just going to do my bit to at least be, you know, shed some light on it. And then you witness that's there. Okay, fantastic. But if you don't get it, okay, but I know what I'm seeing. I'm not making it up. I'm saying what I see, not what I think. So again, 4 circles make up 88. How many minutes do you have in a day? 1,440. Even though they might try and say slightly different, and you know, they say all this other stuff. Oh, Earth's spinning, or it's Earth's core is, you know, doing all this stuff. Bollocks! Don't believe ya. You know, and you lie too much. You've now made me have to quadruple second guess every fucking thing through no fault of my own because you are liars. Over and 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 over. You fucking lie all the fucking time. Can you prove to me we're on the other side of the sun? Because, you know, we're going 66.6 thousand miles an hour on an elliptical orbit, which slows down around 2,000 miles an hour, then speeds back up again. Why don't we see different stars? I don't need to get into that. Find my videos for flat earth and true earth stuff, yeah? But anyway, my point is, before we continue here, 360, 4 circles make up 88. 360 times 4, how much is that? How many minutes do you have in a day? My point is, it's a perfect clock. 1,440 minutes in a day. 360 times 4 is 1,440. Drop the 0. Write out the word time. Time equals 144. Oh my God. And people will go like, oh, you're just making numbers up. Oh, you just put it. Oh, you just come on, trust. Oh, you're just pulling numbers out of your ass. Oh, I'm pulling numbers out. Oh, am I? Idiot. Go back to your regular program schedule, Zombieland Variant buffoon. This information isn't not for you. You can cyberbully. You can cuss me in the street. You can do all of that shit, but it won't change the facts. And facts are literally all this shit I'm talking about is not an opinion. Verifiable facts. So again, did you know that about the sun and the moon today? Again, Back to the Future. You know the movie Back to the Future? Old school movie. And they use the car to go back through time. How fast did they go again? 88 miles an hour. Oh, isn't that funny? 88 miles an hour. What does the sun and the moon do again? Makes the figure 8. No. Right. Oh, I've got a question for you. So this is after the Quran question because I kind of answered that already. Got a question. As you attribute the Quran to the creation, you said it's all by design to control us. Or to a degree, I'm not saying you couldn't. I'm not saying that, you know, old school ancient shamans that aren't satanic scumbags that couldn't do some channeling, you know, get the do some, you know, like telephone link, you know, because, you know, like a mantra, it's like a calling card, right? You know, it's the place to go. My point is, when you jettison out there, my point is, if you wasn't taken away from your rites of passage, which is probably chewing on some fucking mushrooms and maybe blasting off via some DMT, or doing it self naturally through meditation and breathing techniques that can also get you there to other planes and astral planes of existence, how much one this and one God that would you be talking about when you realize how many gods and deities they are through different realms and stuff anyway? My point is, if they take away your rites of passage and have you only locked into their warped, desired, fucked up satanic matrix through the ways and means of the media, the bullshit shows, the fucking, you know, going back to prolific, you know, biblical stuff out there, you know, the Bible and Quran, how much would you be only into that book if you wouldn't even be bothered with that book? That's my fucking point. You wouldn't be, I'm not saying you are, because I don't know you, but I'm saying you would not be only into, oh, I'm only going to read the Bible, I'm only going to read that, I'm only going to read Numbers and Letters by Zachary K. Hubbard. Shout out to Zach in the Gematria community. If you're not up to speed, go and check out Zach. You can download his book. He read a couple of books. He's got 9/11 to Coronavirus by Zachary K. Hubbard, and you've also got Letters and Numbers by Zachary K. Hubbard. You can download it for free, instant PDF. You can go on his channel, Number Games with Zachary K. Hubbard, or just write Number Games with Zachary. That's how I found the information from, and of course, the community as a whole. You know, it's been growing since 2013, but I found this information in 2016, and then I said, you know what, let me make a YouTube channel in 2019 March. So my point is, how much of one book Or would you just be dealing with anything but that book, or that book with many books? You would not be dealing with one book. You would not be, oh, I'm going to pray 5 times a day. You're going to pray when you want to pray. You're going to direct your body in whatever that the Almighty is in every direction. And you are of it. You're not supposed to be every minute idol worshiping, bowing down. Yes, you're supposed to pay homage to what you are, because you are a fractal of the all spark. You're not supposed to be, oh my God, I'm an infant. Oh my God, I'm an infant. And then you're going through up the totem pole or down the totem pole, or staying at a specific part of the totem pole. You know, you might be coming back to Earth, or you might be going to a lower realm, or you might be going to a higher realm. My point is, my other point is, not everybody's supposed to come online in their consciousness. Yeah, as I've already pointed out, right? I'll quickly say this to y'all, and I've said this a million times, but because you're new here, before we carry on with today's transmission, if I've got, because remember, everything has its place to be, just like water, vapor, ice. Yeah? Frequency, vibration. Remember, that's what you are. Frequency, vibration is everything. So, if I've got a tube with oil, water, milk, and different weights and measures of minerals and whatnot, if I shake it up, leave the room, and come back in an hour, everything knows where the fuck to go. So, if you're too fine-tuned in here, or you've got a low watt density vibration, so you might, you know, go to a lower realm, or you are ultra high vibration, right? You're kind of calling out card to the cosmos is saying, hey, my place isn't for here, even though I call this the sorting ground. So Earth is a mishmash of, you know, low and slight higher vibration, right? That's why those that understand that, they love it in this realm, because they can't get away with this in the planes that are higher or the planes that are lower. Get it? So again, not everybody's supposed to wake up, my friend. I'm just catching, you know, the odd ones that may, because I know only a few is supposed to wake up. It will be a ridiculous miracle, and I say ridiculous, for the masses to wake up. Never gonna happen. Only a neophyte, not even in kindergarten, yeah, with you know, think you have some realizations of stuff to even lead on to this type of talk, or not, yeah, a neophyte, not even a fucking tadpole, right, would think that, yeah, the world will wake up one day. Oh, there's going to be someone's going to fly down on their magic carpet, you know, Allah's coming, or fucking there's going to be a rapture coming from outside, when it's actually inside out. You're supposed to have the introspection. Again, I'm not saying you can't read whatever book you feel, but are you supposed to be designed to be confined to that book? Some people aren't, not everybody. That's why you're not supposed to spread. Same for me. I don't care if you wake up or don't wake up. I'm not here trying to, oh my God, you must follow me. You must follow audio oracle. Self-realization, my friend. And as I say, if we had that together like a school of fish, voila. This plane could be decent, could be great. But we've allowed, you know, that yin and the yang, we've allowed ourselves to not be in the middle of the storm with true thoughts process, and you've allowed this, you know, you've allowed yourself to be in the storm rather than being zen in the middle of the blood clot storm. You get me? Yeah. So again, everything has its place. If you vibrate high in this realm, more than likely you're not going to come back to this realm. It really is that simple. Nature knows where to do, where to put. Again, fire, ice, water, vapor knows its place. Remember the tube I spoke about? If I shake it up, it knows its place. And this is why it's crazy, because you've got all these Zombieland variants that don't know their place. That are hook, line, and sinker, causing the madness and don't realize that they're helping the madness to ensue. Duh. Oh my God, thank you. We need digital ID. Even though they're going like, they're against it, but because they don't get the play, well then you're, you know, hook, line and sinker, aren't you? So let's keep it moving. What's the last one here? Can I come on and ask you a question? I'm a layman and have no knowledge, but just want to engage in conversation. Maybe we can. Yeah, man, of course you can come up here. Let me quickly, all right, you know what I'm going to do for you? I'm going to quickly get through this, right? Just let me quickly get through this. How much time have you got, furthermore? How much time have you got? If you give me 10 minutes, 5 minutes, even just 5-10 minutes tops, let me get through the main cause of this. Let me know how long you got. If you ain't got long, then we'll quickly do it. Because as I say, I don't really care if, you know, if I have to do the numerical stuff, you know, concerning the title of the transmission later on, or even change this title and do it as a different stream. That's fine. Just let me know. Oh, what? So you got time here? You got 5-10 minutes, 7 minutes, 7 minutes tops. All right. That's sexy. That's cool. Right. So, because I'll finish this and I'll power up another stream. You know what I mean? Don't you know what? I'll even leave it. Who cares? We'll leave it. You know, we'll leave it. So, what have we got here? We'll just quickly do. Huntingdon 54. What did I not? Huntingdon equals 54. Yeah. So again, what was it from the mayor's birthday? Was it his birthday? No. When he got his position. So remember, what's his name? Paul. Let me get the slide up here. Paul Bristow is the mayor of Cambridge. Got his trusty position on the 5th of May. Remember, I've got videos, visual ones, recently. You can find it, and I'm showing who was that local mayor guy, and he staged getting robbed for his mobile phone. Oh my God. It was what I done recently. Yo, you should be able to find it on a live tab. I don't think I did a normal quick bite-sized video on the video tab. I'm pretty sure it was a visual on the live stream tab. I said, come on, man, look at this buffoonery. Clearly by the numbers, clearly scripted. It was some mayor something. And it happened in London. It was on, oh man, the road began with L. But all the numbers was perfect. You know, just like, remember I got to quickly say this one. As well, go on my live tab, my normal video tab, and find the bite-sized video for Abdul Azidi. Yeah? You know, I like the the acid attacker in Clapham. You remember that story? They had the acid attacker that was looking for him for nearly 2 weeks. And I put out a video just before they gave the update of the body being in the river. I said, oh, they're more than likely going to say something for today because, you know, the numbers and blah, 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 blah. And I've had a couple of days, and I had a day that I didn't, you know, a few days in that went together. Whether it was the Friday, the Saturday, Sunday, left out Sunday, and I said Monday, whatever it was. I did a community wall post and a video, right? Lo and behold, 2 hours later, the news. Oh yes, his body is he's in the River Thames. Yeah, that's what they said. Yeah, the acid attacker from Clapham. I said, what? They said he drowned. I said, hold up, don't drown equal 29. What day is it? It's February 9th. I said, drown, don't drown, because you know I've been following, you know, Nicolas Bully and all these weird stories of people just dying in, you know, not even deep, shallow rivers, just where they live, walking the dog. And I'm like, wow, this is amazing. How is this happening like this? You know? Remember, Nicolas went missing on the 27th of January, Nicolas 27. Find the videos. Look for the videos, man. Look for that youth that went missing on holiday. And, you know, yeah, what's his name? Jay Slater. There's probably a lot of visuals with that. Dub plates. Then you have the doctor that went missing, the TV doctor, Michael. What's his name? Michael. Oh man, I can't remember his second name. But he went missing 75 days after his birthday. Dr. 75. Huge in the UK. He's a TV doctor from the morning shows. Michael something. But anyway, back to just quickly, then we continue with the snapping stuff on the train and the comment that I just saw pop up. But basically, drown equals 29. Yeah. So again, they're looking for him for 2 weeks. You know, there's an acid attack going on. Big story in the UK. Huge. So drown 29. They give you that story and an update. Yeah. And it's the 38th day of the year, drowning 38. So drowning equals 38, drown 29. Of all the days the news gives you the update about Abdul Azidi, I damn near spat my drink out and simultaneously fell off my chair while chuckling. I said, the world needs to see this. 2 we get, 2 views in the minus. We can't even get a sexy 2,000 views. Unbelievable. So shame on all of Uno that don't share the videos. And those that you've come across that you try to, connect bridges and say, hey guys, you need to look at this. Those that aren't even into this information, but you've got a good fan base. It's not going to hurt you to, let's put this up on the community wall post because these guys are making sense. They just brush it off like we're just crazy, or they kind of get it but can't be bothered. And then these people, again, they're the ones that allow the shit to ensue. You see what I'm trying to see? How the Zombieland variant, you see, it's a lot that goes under the umbrella of the scope range. Because you're a bunch of cunts. And by default, I'm on your side. Unlucky for me. Right, let me quickly read these comments, get back to this. So again, what's this one? What's this? Shout out to Wesley Moore. He says, would have got that for you if you said. Would have got what, sorry? Sorry, one person. That was the next one. Let's put it up on the screen, on the screenage. Shit, let me change this background music. They've been playing for time. Let me play that one. It's got a little beat in the back. You get me? Right, where's the rest of this thing here? Right, so what is your opinion on... Ooh! That don't even make me feel sick. How are you going to ask me that, man? It's early in the morning, Joe, You can't come and ask me them kind of question on them kind of nasty Freddy Krueger scumbags that walk around doing what they do that has got police paperwork. We're talking about DJE Media, yeah? Oh my God. Before we came along, I was already onto these frauditors in the height of a lot of the stuff that was happening, with scripted events in the UK. And I'm pointing them out and I said, wow, whether it was Liverpool Women's Hospital explosion, go and find my videos for that. Showing you how it connects to Marvel, Shang-Chi and the 10 Rings. You got the Mandarin in that who says, I was asked by the BBC to be a terrorist in Liverpool. They put that on streaming services the same weekend as you had the suicide bomber that blew himself up in the cab inside the taxi that went to Liverpool Women's Hospital. And when that day was coming up, which is 14th of November, which is the King Charles, Prince Charles's crusty creature satanic scumbag birthday. Anywho, that day leaves 47 days of the year. And I saw it coming up on the date numerology stuff. And I said, they're going to do something on that day. They love 47. They love that. So I already put out a video saying, they're going to say he had mental health issues, right? Because mental health 47, suicide 47, mood swing, all these type of words, welfare, how it all changed along together. Excuse me, I'm burping. But, so yeah, I'm just trying to, trying to get my message across. I know, trying to get my message. If you know old school House and Garage, I know you're like, oh shit, that's a classic old school tune. I know, trust me. Yeah, I know my, my discography, my history. All right, I'm pretty versed in music if you didn't realize already. Did I mention Tough Jam and Todd Edwards? Allow me. EZ. Anywho. But yeah, so what was he doing? Yeah, so he was like a weird peeping Tom with his camera. He used to basically try and get the girls or young ladies to do a specific thing, and he was like pretending he was maybe working with some, I don't know, some clothes type of stuff, right? So he gets them to wear certain leggings. Obviously, you know, he wants to get the camel toe. Yeah, so he's going to get the visual recording or a still recording. That's what Curtis DJE Media. So my point, the fact that he walks around with a camera, yo, that makes my skin crawl. That is so disgusting. I'm not subscribed to those people. I don't like them. I hardly watch any frauditor, aka auditor. I don't watch none of these frauditors. I hardly watch them now. Only momentarily, even if it happens, there might be the thumbnail, could be a DJE. You know, I might quickly scan through to see, okay, let's see the argy bargy or the little madness that might happen in there, or whoever else. Don't like these people. They are absolute beyond cringe. Yeah, those people should be cast out of the frauditor community far and wide. Get the fuck out of it. How has he still got people around him that will champion him in a sense of, you know what I mean? Oh yeah, man, big up, man. Or they're walking around with him, or you get another video from somebody else. Oh yeah, man, check out DJ Ian. You know, we did that video recently, blah, 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 blah. It's like, what? Have you not seen the videos from other people that are shining the light on his police work, what he was doing? And now he walks around with a camera? Oh, that's off key, bruv. Yo, rude boy, that's fucking... Yo, Llama Lifestyle, you're here. Hey. Exactly, he likes them to wear leggings. He's absolutely disgusting. How has he still got a YouTube channel? How has he still got subscribers? And of course, back before I knew any of this, because, you know, there weren't no light shed on this, you know, say like their type of channels or even Audit in Britain, right? I can't leave comments over there. You can't see them. I go on a different account. Oh, you can't see them. And here we are saying, hey, if you guys relayed specific information when you go to the police station, at least, or when you go to wherever business, you can nullify people's attitude. You know, you can have a little bit of a joke or whatever, but you can quickly nullify and say, hey, check this out, Mr. Officer. Isn't that interesting? And you work for the police? Whether even it might have happened in your area, some specific stuff going on, you know what I mean? And make them think, wow, am I in the job that I think I'm in with? And some of them will even know what you're talking about as soon as you start talking about the numerology. Some of them are Freemasonic fucking officers. You get me? But you need them to know that we know, and that we further know that, and we can also look around the corner with this information and see future events before they happen. Hence why we can forecast things like Charlie Kirk with the kill date that comes up each month. Each month you've got the kill date numerology that we call the kill date. Don't know what I'm talking about? Go through the videos and learn. Yeah? Fucking hell. Unbelievable, man. Forecasting prime ministers. How many videos I put out? Keir Starmer months in advance. I said, Keir Starmer, numbers are perfect. He's going to be next. A couple of months later, voila. Did I not already? And I'm not on about listen to me. I told you. I want to hear the masses of people, all walks of life, especially the children. Remember, the children's soak up information like sponge. So if they're only getting dumb TikTok challenges and all the rest of the shit, and the woke media feed it into their shit, but they've still got room for this information. Fuck the adults, you lot are long. You lot are long. You lot should have woke up long time. And that's what's so sad and sickening, man. It's like, okay, really? Really? You lot, what, really? You know what? Yeah, you lot are long, bruv. Absolutely ridiculoso. What in the world is going on here? What? Hold on. Oh yeah, let me play that one there in the background. This is fucking crazy. Absolutely crazy. So hold up, let me finish off these messages and get back to this decode, right? I'm gonna have you. Let me know if you need to go though. T7R. So I don't know how to pronounce your first name. When you come up, you can tell me. Let me know if you're still there. If you need me to hurry up or anything, let me know, man, and I will hurry up. Or I will get you on now. You know what I mean? Whatever suits you, I can facilitate. All right. I'm not trying to be long or long-winded or, you know, sometimes there's nobody here and I'll do a stream. But today, you know, there's a couple, shout out to the 5 here and those that are interacting and not just watching. Yes, he's still here. And those that aren't just watching from the bushes. So what's this one here? Sorry about the spelling, blood clot. Hold on, let me read this bit. In the beginning, I thought he was all right, but yeah, I thought he was a bit off. Obviously, you can't judge a book from his cover, but you know, sometimes something about him, and then you kind of forget that, and then 2-2s now, shit comes out, whether it's something that they done recently or some hindsight stuff, with or without paperwork, and it's like, you see? That initial thought that I had in my tum-tum, you know, the gut feeling, I said, yeah. And that's another thing, these scumbags want to erode away. So in the sense of, you know, certain events that go on, 9/11. I mean, really, how is the whole government and those that run WWF and make movies that are showing you stuff to do with that before the fact of 9/11, why aren't they in jail? Why isn't Steven Spielberg, George Lucas, this one, that one, James Cameron, actors involved in the movies? What are you saying? They don't know to this day what they was doing or took part in. Unless they've spoke out about it and said, "Raw, I didn't realize, boom, boom, boom." How does Keanu Reeves not know in over 25 years since the original Matrix come out? You don't know your passport in Matrix 1 expires on 9/11. How? Not to mention, you don't know that they killed off your actor friend colleague, Lance Riddick, just before the last installment of John Wick. You don't know there was a ritual sacrifice. Like, you don't know. Listen, man. I gave him a blind for the longest time. But when that happened with Lance Riddick, I said, you know what? Fuck you, Keanu. As if you didn't know Cyberpunk was going to be a broken game before it even came out. You know, like that. Fuck you, Keanu. Fuck you very much, mate. I still ain't even watched John Wick 4 properly. It's like, I can't even, like, you know what I mean? Because I was on it early. As soon as John Wick come out, the first one, I was like, oh, shit, he's going off. And then people catch up, you know what I mean? And then obviously they make number 2 and then number 3. I saw that early bird. I was like, nah. He's going off in his film, rude boy. He ain't playing. But anyway, yeah, man. So you said you heard so much stuff about him. I've changed my mind. Yeah, man. Good on you, Wesley. Oh, yeah. Don't watch the spelling. We can get past that. Obviously, shit happens, man. Is it going to show this thing here? What's happening? What am I doing? Yes, Chris. I'm going to open up the panel shortly. So if you're still about. Right, what's this say? The strange thing is, why is Audit in Britain friends with... I mean, listen. All these people care about is views. They don't have no real, like, integrity, morals. You know what I mean? That's why I'm saying you can't find me leaving a comment over there because they just vanished. They must have blocked it or the algorithm, it's just been made to not facilitate. And I'll say, yeah, man, come and check this out. Or anything I say, I can't see it on a different account. Where is it? Maybe if, as I say, I might have left stuff on the community wall post that I can definitely see on a different account. But my point is, how many videos at the time or those that check out in all this time, they don't even come over and say, wow, you know what? I used to think it was some dumbness, but you know what? Wow, that one actually triggered my mind. Whether it was something that happened in the UK, whether it was scripted or not. Again, just note the numbers as I always point out, right? And, it could be a big event like a Charlie Kirk or something. You know what I mean? It's like, how much do you need? But this is my point. The grooming, how the mind is just being, grinded down to mush, if you may, right? That's what they've done. And then they build you back up, during the schooling and whatever else. And, all the news and all the bullshit. That's what they do. And as I say, then you've got the people policing the people. So you've got the Zombieland variants policing the Zombieland variants. That's why they can chill out, kick back and relax. And you do it all like an idiot and don't get what's going on while you're Netflix and chilling, watching the movies that's keeping you in a trance or a TV show that's showing you what's forthcoming. Power cuts, digital ID, cyber attacks. While they're doing it, Hello, what happened to Spain a few months ago? You don't think that was by the numbers? Because we proved that it was by the numbers. You know, Spain had a huge power cut recently. You don't think that they are doing this on purpose, no? Fucking idiot. Isn't that as important as, I'm not saying they're not doing a great job to a degree with certain aspects of the fraud, aka order movement. Of course they are. You're allowed to film, you know, freedom of speech, freedom of this and other stuff and aspects, but how do you just go on like this is nothing? So it just goes to show where their mind's at. Their brain is fried. They haven't even got a brain, as far as I'm concerned. Dumb buffoons, idiots. So what's this one here? The strange thing is why is auditing. Oh yeah, I read that part, but I didn't read the last half of it. With him knowing all the stuff has come out about DJ Curtis. Yeah, same with Charlie Veach. Yeah, all of listen, and he's got a little political stuff as well. Was he not in a movie or something? What did I see him in? And I was like, fuck me, he's in the movie or a TV show. But I know he's got affiliation political. Charlie Veach, I think his sister. Is there some political stuff like, I don't know, she's almost a mayor, but like a side chairman or woman, the mayor, some fucking shit like that. Exactly, that's madness, bruv. Right, quickly shout out to Chris. Yes, big up, big up. Let's quickly continue this as well. Let me change this background music as well, quickly. All right, let's put this one on. I played this one today. Right, so again, Huntingdon, 54. They're saying it's not terrorism, but we know it's a form of terrorism, right? Again, we're talking about Anthony Williams, the train situation in the news. That happened on November 1st. And from the local mayor of Cambridgeshire and Peterborough, from the day he assumed office, and again, his birthday is the 27th of March, 1979. Again, knife 27, attempted murder 79. But anyway, he got his puppet position date to be the mayor on the 5th of May, as I already pointed out, and it's 4 months, 4 weeks. And Huntingdon equals 54. Go figure. Let's make sure I go over all the fine points here. Also, Huntingdon equals 45. Knife equals 45 and 27. I mean, come on. Huntingdon equals 45. I mean, come on, man. Fucking hell. My point is, again, you know, it's the perfect precipitation, as I always point out, right? Call me, and others are like, you know, like meteorologists that deal with the weather. So just, you know, call me a Gematria meteorologist. Yeah? I can tell you where maybe the worst precipitation, you know, like acidic rain may occur. And lo and behold, you know, who's going to spike up on a specific day and do a specific thing? Like Anthony Williams. Give me a moment here. Just going through my slides. I don't want to go through all the points, but I want to hit all the significant ones. Just give me a moment here. Woo! It happened on a day with a life lesson of 21. The digital identification equals 201, but we were not going to go with that. I just thought that was interesting. You know, that's all part and parcel of it. But oh man, I think it was Anthony's name. Hold on, let me fast forward here and go back on some of my notes. Hold up here. Give me one moment here. I just want to find Anthony's name on the slides here, because I'm pretty sure. You know, at first I said it was 2 Caribbeans and then it changed to 1. Right, here we are. Yeah, Anthony Williams equals 210. Hello, drop the 0. We're dealing with numerology, yeah? Again, what was the life lesson of the day? 11 and 1, 2 and 0, 2 and 5 equals 21. So on a day of a life lesson of 21, we've got this Zombieland variant running a madness, running amok, doing his antics, which actually started the day before. Remember, we had the, the DBDB on purpose being DBDB police that was notified about the individual, and even video evidence from the barbershop and wherever else, because there was a couple of incidents before the mass train stabbing. Again, thank fuck nobody was actually killed. At least the very least they sustained some injuries, unfortunately, but at the very least, at least they still have their lives. Imagine you're on the train and you're doing your thing, headphones on, you don't even know what's going on, soundproof. You know what I mean? And all of that jazz, doing your thing, and then you've got a knife at your neck, somebody's asking you, do you want to die? You ain't even took your headphones off, you ain't even had a chance to fucking reply or act or run or do some shit. You've got a knife near your neck, somebody's asking, do you want to die today? It's like, what? Huh? You're just looking at miming. You got you got Beats headphones on or whatever headphones you got on. You're like, huh? In your mind, you're like, I can't even hear this motherfucker. What the fuck is going on? So anyway, life lesson of 21, Anthony Williams, 210. From Keir Starmer's Krusty Creature birthday, 1 month, 4 weeks, and 2 days. Terrorist 142, stabbing 142. Isn't it funny? Again, Blade equals Trouble 1. It happened on November 1st. Also, stabbing and I think stab wound 29. Keir Starmer's birthday is 2nd of September. And Anthony equals 92 and 29. Again, stabbing and maybe stab wound equals 29. Give me a moment here. I'm just trying to do this quick because I want to get this person up so they can have their chat. Anthony Williams equals 84. Remember, I've got his birthday as well. We're going to get to his birthday for the Zombieland variant, right? 8 weeks and 4 days from Keir Starmer's birthday. Anthony Williams, 84. Now, I'm not saying it's a Jesuit scripted situation like that, but, it is interesting how, it just lines up with all these characters that more than love this shit. They love it. Don't get it twisted, whether it's full-blown scripting or not, they fucking love it. Also, be sure to go on my playlist, because there's a good, a lot of good playlists there, and go through the main videos in Southport. Remember the stabbing for Southport? You're not up to speed? Another day that, we would have had circled before the day even happened. And that happened on a day with a 44 life lesson and workshop, knife man, and a whole bunch of 44s for significance. So if you're not up to speed on Southport, what we documented over here, go figure. Oh shit, you live in no way. Holy shit. Oh wow. Well, hopefully nothing crazy happens around there for a minute then, as you've had a little something, you know what I mean, of of this type of magnitude. Obviously, little things will happen, little bits and bobs here and there, obviously, but fucking hell, mate. Hopefully nothing big happens again, ever, Obviously, you're going to have, little things will spike up, but... And it's annoying, man, because you just, you feel like you're on eggshells. You know what I mean? That's what's so fucking annoying, bro. I don't fucking travel anywhere anymore. I don't travel. Don't travel. Don't travel. I'm not involved. You'll see me come out for 2 secs. That's it. Back inside. Is the day? Oh, the day as well that they, what's it called him? Hold up. Yeah, the day that they charged him was Monday, right? 59 numerology, 11 and 3, 225. Interesting. Of course, concerning black people, but we're not going to go into that today. But anyway, 307th day of the year. Remember, knife man equals 37. Also, he's born June 9th. Anthony Williams equals 69. Of course, that can be a given, the day you're born and stuff, and you happen to have that, and you had no idea how the polarization of the day and the name that your parents gave you, how, you know what I mean? Like, how many people know about numerology? None, literally, yeah? So it is amazing once you start looking at stuff for yourself, family, children, if you have them, you know, your own children, cousins or whatever, parents, whatever. It is fucking amazing. And it's like, wow, there is no accident. Again, you're living at a prescript from the Almighty, but you're also in a warped script that's been amplified to the satanic order to their liking. That's why it's so crazy right now. And if you don't understand the timing of the script, that's why you're fucked. But give me one moment here. Let me change this background groove. All right, let's put that one back on for the minute. Hold up, I'm trying to get to his birthday. When's his crosskeeper? Oh shit, am I mad? And it happened on the 305th day of the year, which is November 1st, right? Hold on, wait. Let me just make sure I'm saying this correctly. Yeah, I knew there was a 35 and I think a 60 coming up. Hold up. 35 here. Where is it gone? There was a 35. Where the fuck? Oh yeah, Williams equals 35. The day it happens on with the madness, even though we know it started before that, but the main day of his madness happened on the 305th day of the year. Williams 35. Yeah, and remember his full name 210, drop the 0, 21. It happened on the day with a life lesson of 21. Very important, the life lesson and numerology of how the day is polarized. 305th day of the year, Williams 35. I mean, give me a break. Knife crime 60. And that day, November 1st, leaves 60 days of the year. Knife crime 60. Yeah? Go figure on that. Knife crime is motherfucking 60. Train equals 37. Again, Knife Man 37. He's 73 as well. Train 73, but you know, we're just going with the... Well, actually, the 21st prime is 73. Again, it happened on the day with a life lesson of 21. The 21st prime is 73. Prime numbers are very important as well. Watch the movie Cube. And what is the other one? Maybe not the sequels, but definitely watch the first one. There was something else I saw. Watch the movie Contact with Jodie Foster. Again, I'm not so much... I mean, when I was growing up, listen, I was all for aliens and UFOs. Now I know that you're just all full of shit. Don't believe ya. There's no handshake or you know, oh yes, we had a handshake with them and you know, we've got Area 51 and yes, man, we've got the handshake treaty. You know, these intelligent beings that have, you know, they've gone light years or warped over here, have they, you know. Yeah, man, that handshake is always going to stand and they're never just going to not show themselves and just override the handshake that we allegedly had. I mean, really? Always going to give us grainy footage. How much HD fucking cameras? We get the most grainiest footage every fucking time. I like me at them. Because it's nonsense. I'm not saying can't be something out there, and I'm not saying I'm not going to even leave room for aliens and obviously other entities and deities and stuff in dimensions. And so you got CERN in fucking, you know, LHC in because you know they like to crack the veil, and they told we're looking for the Higgs boson. We're looking for the Higgs boson particle and the fabric of how what makes up the cosmos. You know, them times they're also telling you when you watch the adverts and even hear them talk about you know, the main founders for the LHC, which is the Large Hadron Collider in Switzerland. They're telling you, yeah, we're breaking veils of dimensions and we don't know what's going to come through or, you know, what we decide to put back in through the veil. They're telling you. And a big part of the LHC, if you do your homework, you know how that connects back to the World Wide Web. And then when it comes back to Neuralink and Elon Musk, who says, you can find his quote, he says, oh yeah, we're summoning demons. Oh, cheers, Elon. So you're summoning demons, but you want me to be jacked in to the network. Right. Make that make sense. So as I always put this spin on it, if you know the manga film, you know, Ghost in the Shell. But my point is you're going to have not nice ghosts in your shell, in your vessel, running amok. about, oh, yeah, I'm jacked in. Oh, I'm in Fortnite. I'm jacked in. Or you're doing something else, you know, in that, you know, in the metaverse. But you didn't do your homework. Now you're jacked in like a fool. Oh my God. Hold on 1 second. 1 second before we continue. Why can't I find it? Oh, yeah, it's right there. Hold up. Run that one there.
Got to be a fool.
You know what I mean? Yeah? You ain't got no filtering system on. You ain't got a clue. And that's how I used to be. You know, you're born into the world and, you know, you're just trying to get on with stuff, right? Smiley parents, smiley faces. Then you don't realize how, you know, the domino effect of they're just going off what they think they know, but they don't know. And then obviously you've got the teachers, you know what I mean? Parents, people around you, school friends, work colleagues, you know what I mean? And then that's how they get away with it. Because there's no bright sparks, because they've eroded away your potentiality of all the Trinities, all the Neos, all the Morpheuses, all those potentials. They don't want people like me around. And other potentials alike. They don't like our type of potentials. Imagine if there was too many of us around. Because remember, we're in the 4%. Remember, 1% control the world. You've got 95% Zombieland Variant, along with the Zombieland Variant fatigue, obviously. And then you've got us in the 4% bracket. Yeah, so again, if you resonate, oh my God, fantastic. Shout out to Uno. You know what I mean? Be fruitful and multiply. We need more here. Whether you're just talking to people to get them on board, each one teach one, and or actual procreation. As I pointed out, the Zombieland variants, they should be in isolation. Don't procreate. We don't need Moria. Don't speak to anybody because, you know, your dumbness affects other people and they don't know they're being told some dumb shit. Now they're more dumb than it was dumb before. You know what I mean? So Zombieland variants need to be in isolation. And if they don't get introspection after isolation, as I already pointed out earlier in today's transmission, they need to be carted off along with the Jesuit order somewhere else to, you know, another part of the plane, stationary plane on the island. And if they swim back to where we're just trying to live and just get on with life in harmony, then we need to cart them off into outer space and be done. Enough of this nonsense and madness. Yeah, you lot have had your time. Yeah, listen. I know time ain't nothing. Yeah, there's only but the present. But listen, these lot have been having a whale of a time. And if there's any other time now, they're not riding around on horseback, as I used to say in my old transmission. Yeah, they're not riding around on the horseback, raping and pillaging how they used to do all of that madness, sequestering this and getting signet rings and working out sigils and understanding what life is actually about, and then invoking all the most madness of entities inside them. Because remember, they look like us, they might talk like us, but Keir Starmer and Boris Johnson and Tony Blair and the Orange Oompa Loompa, aka Trump, and all the rest of them, they might sound like us, talk like us, walk like us, but they ain't like us. And I ain't talking about these little pussy old sellouts, Kendrick Lamar, they ain't like us, or Bumba Clark Drake. We know they ain't like us. We know they're working, marketing together to make, oh, they're having a little argy-bargy in the rap scene. Oh, Kendrick Lamar, like he's not a fucking sellout as well. Fuck Kendrick Lamar. Fuck the rest of these bump. Listen, let me calm down, yeah? Because it's too easy. It's a thin line for me now. It's a thin motherfucking line now. I'm gonna really crash out today. You can find many entries. Not that I'm crashing out, but you know, I'm allowed to say my piece with a little bit of bass in my voice. So let me get to his crusty birthday. Let me get you guys up here because you know it's the same old, same radio, right? Woo! They say he's born in 1993, June 9th. Again, we're talking about the Zombieland variant scumbag idiot that, you know, glitched out for whatever reason. I'm sure there's a root cause, right? Which we've been, you know, slightly touching on. You know, there's a root cause going on to all of this. Some of which we're actually talking about today. But whatever the catalyst was, just like for the American guy, what we spoke about before, you know, with the massage parlor in the USA, right? Rewind the stream so you can catch that. I'm not going to talk about it again. But anyway, so for this dotty head, dotty mouth boy who decided to, again, run around before the train and, you know, he even went into the barbershop. Anyway, he's born on a day. Are you ready? He's born on a day that has a numerology of 27, 6 at 9, 9 at 3, 27. He's born on a day with a life lesson. Should we do the add up? 6 at 9, 1 at 9, 9 at 3 equals 37. But what does ninth man equal again? Yeah, ninth man 37. So what are the odds? So it's no surprise he was born on that day with that polarization. Now, obviously, it doesn't mean that you're going to be a crazy person with a knife running around or be the recipient of that if you're born with, you know what I mean, have certain numbers around you. But it makes sense of why these numbers line up the way they line up. And noting the patterns in the Wax and Wane cycles, of course, of why, you know, we're giving you this type of information today, right? So go figure. They've gone on to say as well, you know, of course, throwing in the mental health card. He's born on the day leaving 205 days of the year. Does anybody want to take a wild gander what mental health equates to? Again, forward and backwards with the alphabet, and then forward and backwards with the rules of numerology, bringing double digits down to a single digit. And of course, in one of those ciphers using the English alphabet, mental health equals 205. He's born on the day leaving 205 days of the year. I mean, go figure. So again, on the day of a life lesson of 37. And again, it's a given. We spoke about his name equaling 69. He's born on June 9th. Anthony Williams equals 69. All right. And hold up there. Hold up. Is it 3 months and 3 days from his birthday to the unfortunate events? No. That's if you do it from his birth, yeah, because you got all the extra stuff, right? 388 months, and then you got the 3 weeks and 3 days. Anyway, don't worry about that. From his 1993 Dotty birthday with his dry head, Dotty boy. I had to put on the knife and fix up media, but because they've just fucked up everybody's wiring in the brain for the most part, nobody will understand or catch the catalyst of why. Because think about it, if you've been stunted in your government and you've been veered off course to a whole bunch of fuckery that's been going on before you even got here. Think about it. Think about what your parents was dealing with, you know, regardless of what color and creed. Not knowing what life's about. Oh yeah, I'm gonna run off and fight for the war. Don't know you're just cannon fodder on the chessboard, thinking that you're doing the best for your queen and country. Little do you. Fuck, man. Wow. And then they've got the cheek. Oh yes, Remembrance Day. Let's wear a poppy. You know, you got Prince Charles, King Charles, and all these cunts. Princess Kate, Harry Potter. What's his name? You know, Prince Harry. You know, he smokes a bit of weed, obviously. You know, Harry Potter, his brother Williams. Oh look, it's 20 weeks and 5 days from his crusty creatures, Zombieland Variant. You know, Anthony Williams' birthday. So June 9th, from his birthday to the incident, November 1st. 20 weeks and 5 days. Well, does he? What is born and how many days are left again? 205. What does mental health equate to? 205. Showing you what's there to see. I'm not, you know, photoshopping dates and numbers and. Oh, it's of Caribbean descent. Caribbean, 37. What was 9th again? And we just had another significant. He was born when again? When was he born again? With a life listener. La 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 la. Oh, he's and 50. 57. It happened on the day with the man that's on the train on the day with a numerology of 57. So what is that? 11 at 1, 20 at 25, 57. And Peterborough 57 and 69. Right. I'll call it a day there because, and then if anything, I'll power up later on. And I'll do that kidnapping one that happened in, where was it again? France or something like that. What do you really see the numbers for that one? And the little girl, the woman, it was a woman that, you know what? I'll wait because I've already made the thumbnail for it or something like that. Or not the thumbnail, but I've definitely got the transmission ready to go. Right. I'm going to now put the what do you call it in the chat and you can jump up here, have your say. I would cut the stream and do a fresh one, but fuck it, innit? You know, excuse me, hurty words or blasphemous. Oh my god, fucking hell, get a grip. Right. Join the stream. You are welcome to join this stream. And have your say, ask questions. Again, I don't know it all. All right. Again, I haven't even read all of Zach's book. I've only read maybe a chapter of number games. I haven't even read the other one. Letters and numbers. I've read maybe half a chapter or a chapter. Because I don't need my system to be bombarded with to a degree, right? So I will catch what I'm supposed to catch on my path. Obviously, it may help me to identify certain stuff quicker if I was more balls deep in my panoramic intake of, information, what I come across, whether it's occult knowledge or not. But, there's enough great minds that have, upgraded on certain levels, so to speak, from complexities to what I'm talking about here, even though it's simple. But, shout out to you, Dr. Savage. You've got Zenith of the Alpha. Of course, Zach as well. Obviously, you've got Decoding with Cody. All these people are championed over and over again. Of course, Rambo. I mean, if you have to speak with these people, go figure. I share them all the time. See through the script. You might have gone now, though. T7R. If you're still there, feel free to jump up. I've put the link in the stream. You can come up and have your say and join today's transmission. I'll give it 2 minutes. I'll get 2 pulls of smoke on the side here. What's that? Oh, oh yes! Didn't even see ya. All right. Welcome. Can I hear you? Are you on the mic here?
Can you hear me?
What? Oh yeah, I can hear you now. Fantastic.
Alright. Nice.
Are you Jamaican?
Is it clear, yeah?
Yeah, man, you're fantastic. You're clear. Crystal.
No, I'm wicked. No, I'm not Jamaican. I'm basically African, innit? Malawi.
All right. Much love. What part? Nigerian, Ghanaian. What is the
Malawi, near Kenya.
All right, okay, near Kenya. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
much love.
Yeah, nice. Love
Yeah,
you
man.
as well. Yeah, basically, you're very knowledgeable. Like the things I've been hearing, it's your prison is proper deep, and like it's the depths of the oceans. Like I'm probably like a baby compared to you, so yeah, it's hard for me to like
right.
Because I don't want to get anything wrong by disrespecting you. You know what I'm saying? Because you've obviously got a lot.
Listen, I don't know anything. I'm just saying what I see and stuff that I come across, and as I always say, I'm just trying to catch a witness while I'm, on my path, just like yourself, making sense of this. Because again, I'm not saying with, I think this. No, I'm just saying what I see. If you see one of my thumbnails that I've read it up, where you've got like the Chinese man. If you see with some of my last thumbnails, because it was a video I was meant to do ages ago, but I keep changing the date, and it's like, those that think that was it. I can't remember how it goes on the thing, but basically, you've got those that believe what they think and those that know what they see. I'm one of those that I know what I see. You can't tell me otherwise. Yeah, you can't gaslight me in the news or chat some shit like what you say. Like what? But anyway, yeah, carry on. What you say? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so no, that's interesting what you're saying about the numbers, and because I don't know much about the numbers and neurology, but I know it has some kind of relevance to how things like nothing happens just like that. It's all like a plan. But then I'm stuck
Yes.
on the fence in terms of is it a good plan or a bad plan? Do you know what I mean? Because I see good, I see bad, so I'm just like in the middle, basically, just seeing
But
this
that's the
happen,
best
seeing that
place to
happen.
be. You saying it without realizing. So I'm not trying to over talk you. You're saying it without realizing. It's only because my brain analyzes quickly. So sometimes I will think aloud. So sometimes I don't mean to over talk you. Sometimes tell me to shut up. But I think he was going to kind of finish anyway. But yeah, my point is, you're in the perfect place. What is it? What is in the realm? What powers the realm? It's never going to change. Good and bad. Remember, nature doesn't care about good and bad. Nature's nature. You know, you could have a newborn baby bird or some, lion cub or hyena. What's going to happen? Vultures, a fucking new hippopotamus, elephant. What happened? Baby get nyam up. Baby was there for 2 minutes, 2 months. He didn't even get 6 months of life.
Yeah, I get you, man.
Nature's going to back. So my point is, yeah, so that powers itself, obviously black and white, red and blue. I think that's a big part of the mechanism. What people need to kind of get beyond of being like, oh my God, everything's so evil and bad. No, it's just nature's just nature. And going back to what you said lastly, yeah, go on.
Go on. Yeah. So I see it as
No,
like
last thing I was gonna say, 10 seconds.
Go
10
on.
seconds and
Go
I'll
on,
shut up.
go on,
I'll
go
give
on,
you this.
go on.
I don't know if you know things like the Fibonacci code and Fibonacci. You know about Fibonacci?
No, I've not heard of that.
Okay, look up Fibonacci. Basically, things like golden ratio and Fibonacci, it basically shows you how nature knows how to say, like you've got stems on a branches on a stem or whatever, leaves on a stem, right? Or the ratio parts of your finger, the design of the space of your finger, the length. My point is, nature knows how to, we'll make sure all those leaves can get light from the sun, photosynthesis or whatever, right? So if you use maths as an instrument, so you can, map stuff, use maths, the instrument of maths, the instrument, use it to map stuff, then you begin to see a pattern, right? So obviously, pattern again with the numbers. So that's why I always say, from that, going even to mitosis in the womb, from being one cell, then it splits because you was born, right? You came from the womb. So it goes from 1 to 2, 2 to 4, 4 to 8, 8 to 16. Again, it's all numbers.
Yeah.
So again, it's not good or evil. Just look at it as in it just is. I'm not saying there isn't evil things in the world, because obviously how I'm polarized, I'm not into, I'm going to be wicked and evil. I'm not going to run around on the train and trying to stab people, am I? You know what I mean? Or I'm not going to be a Freddy Krueger and take away a child's innocence for some sexually depraved of keenness. I'm not about that. To me, that's evil, of course. But yeah, carry on.
Yeah. So I see it as like there's humans are the ones that manipulate and change the variants. Is that what you're on as well? Are you agreeing with that?
Yes. Yeah, I agree with that because they understand how the construct's made and the word of God. Again, God speaks the word into existence over numbered days, so to speak, right? Words create worlds. And of course, the pen is mightier than the sword. Because again,
now
spelling.
the thing is, is like obviously God's creation or whoever it is so vast. Like I don't even think even the ones that do know how to manipulate or do things, I don't even think they're on course to like control as much as they think they do. Because I think if you go down that road, it's like a big tunnel of sometimes you can like you can get lost. Do you know what I mean? It's like there's so much that we don't know behind, let alone this world that we live in. We don't even know about ourselves, like the cells in our body, how it works, the DNA. There's so much we don't know. It's so much at play that even the one, like the same person that's doing something to manipulate, for example, I don't know, whoever it is, they're bad people, we can say that, but they're human as well. They've been born, they've come into existence, and it's like, yes, they might be at play doing whatever they're doing, but like to think that far, it's just too much. Like it's like we're in a microscopic being of something that is extraordinary, and to even try to unravel it, you kind of get lost. I think it's like you're gonna die.
It's like the chicken and the egg. Yeah, it's like the chicken and the egg. I don't think you're supposed to know. Maybe the system will crash and you wake up from the dream because you know it's all one big dream, so to speak, right? But I hear you. I hear you. Last, I quickly wanted to butt in. Just give me 5 seconds. Basically, I was saying this to a friend the other day. It's the reason why, because you know they like to play for the yin and yang without you being in your Zen mode in between the storm or the yin and the yang, so you can find yourself. That's why they will create or magnify, oh, Jesus, 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 because they know on the opposite side of the polarization or the diametrically opposing to that, you know, good is going to be evil. So they know that's going to boost them up when they say satanic stuff. That's why they will be, yes, God, Jesus, 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 without you realizing, oh, if you go between the black and the white or the red and the blue, you will get more understanding of, you know, through yourself and introspection of where you are without, you know, being veered off, so to speak, with their madness.
Yeah, the external stuff. Yeah. No, because me personally, I'm just like, I just keep it simple. Like, I just do my day to day. But I know it's obviously you have to look outside the box. But the thing that I wanted to ask you, the main question, because I'm Muslim, yeah, I'll be honest with you. I believe in one God. I know obviously you're not gonna agree, but that's my personal thing.
Yeah. I'll say there's deities, but yeah, there may be. I'm not saying that there might not be one
so we're on a similar page,
overarching deity that controls,
see,
you know, from the
I believe there is just one. I believe there's one, and he's so great. He's just above our realm of understanding, and we just have to keep our head down. That's what I believe. Because I believe, look, we're made from clay. We sleep, we walk on the ground. We can't fly. We don't have that right to like think. Yeah, our minds are amazing, better than animals, but God has kept us on the ground for a reason, just to make us remember that. Look who you lot are. You know, you came from dust. You're gonna go back to dust. And you're here for a short while. So I just think that's my personal thing. I know obviously you've got that right to think amazing, and it's amazing how you think, you know, the way you link the numbers and that. But I just wanted to ask you a personal thing. Just a simple one, that you know, you said that the control mechanism that they use, whoever's behind all these shenanigans, they use control mechanisms. Now, me personally, as I've read and I've researched the Quran, I can say it's never been changed since it came out. It's the only book that's never been changed, not a word. And they found a manuscript in Birmingham. You can research it. It's been checked, you know, microscopically checked by the scientists, and there's a special, I think it's some Hubbard, I don't know his name, but I've heard, I've not researched it myself, so yeah, you have to quote me on this, but they found a manuscript that's dated to within 40 years of the Prophet. That's 1400 years ago, of 40 years of the Prophet, letter for letter as it is today. So that's a proof. Right, but you can note that down. But that's not my question. My question is that there's a verse in the Quran. It's Surah Rahman. The Surah is Surah Rahman. I'll put the thing if you want in the chat. And the verse says it challenges the whole of not just mankind, even the unseen. So it says the jinn. So you know what the jinn are, yeah? You heard of the jinn?
Yeah.
So the jinn are like the unseen creation who can do stuff which humans can't do. But they are unseen. They live in another realm, but they're there. So God challenges the whole of the creation, the man and the jinn. So when it says man, it's the whole of whatever we can see as humans, the animals, the trees, the you know, whatever's alive, whatever's not alive. And then the jinn in their creation, that's the unseen, which is like the unseen lights, the unseen, you know, the what's it called? You know, the green, I forgot what it's called, but it's the thing, the rays of light you can't see. There's rays of light that we can't produce because we ain't capable of seeing them rays of light. So that creation, God speaks to all of them and challenges them and tells them, if you can penetrate the first heaven, which is above the sky, then do so. He challenges the whole of creation in that verse. And to this day, forget the jinn, forget the man, the jinn can't even. They can't penetrate. So the first people that God
fake space as well, but verse,
yeah,
that's why they're not actually going anywhere. when it comes to
Yeah.
space travel and stuff like that. Yeah, it's all
Yeah,
lies.
just flying back. They can't go anywhere.
Lies.
They can't.
They're lies. Yeah.
They can't penetrate. So and the first people that God mentions in this verse, Ya ma'shar al-jinni wal-ins, he mentions the jinn first, right? Ya ma'shar al-jinni wal-ins. It's in Arabic, Ya ma'shar al-jinni wal-ins, and then he mentions the ins, which is the human. So the reason God mentions the jinn first is because the jinn are already capable of flying at speeds of light. They can fly. So God challenges them first that you lot try and go. And they couldn't go. And then back in the days, there was no spaceships, not spaceships, rockets or planes. So why would God mention the humans, let alone fly? They can't fly. So how are they even gonna? But God knew
or
that
maybe
there's gonna have technology. They're gonna have that technology that today we've got that technology. But 1400 years ago,
but before even that, bro, this is my point. Shamans and
Yeah.
meditation. Remember, I spoke about rites of passage.
Yeah.
Remember, think about it this way: as I call them, astronauts, aka they're not going into space. So astronaut, obviously astral, not astronaut, not astronaut, astral like astral plane, astronaut. That's your rite of passage to know this stuff. But again, more than likely in Quran or the Bible, oh my God, they will deem this. Oh my God, you're doing some weird stuff or occult stuff if you meditate and you allow your mind to light speed to a different realm. What? That's nonsense. To me, that is. Everybody's got their own thought, whatever you want to think. But to me, that's why anything that kind of buckles you down or restricts you in a sense, that you got to kind of question. That's what I'm trying to say. Because your mind is beyond this. Hence why, as you probably obviously know this, they want you focused in, because your head or your body or your spirit or whatever is like an antenna, right? Yeah. And obviously they want you cut off from the actual stars and your ancestors within the cosmos or whatever realm. Yeah. So, and that's why they want you locked in on Central C, the satanic stars, idolize, worship. But you see what I'm trying to say? They don't want so they want your thinking to be constricted to here. They don't want you. Anybody wants to join the stream, I put the link in there, sorry, in the chat. You join the stream, man. Join the discussion. London, man. You definitely should be joining if you can, London, man. I know you must have just come back from your trip. So you're probably not at work today. Yeah, man. Join the discussion, man. Let me put the link in there if you can't see it. Oh, yeah, me. This is another good. Go on his channel as well, London, man. I'll put one of his last streams or one of his last main streams. But yeah, he puts up good information and knowledge and stuff to think about. Because as I say, I'm not saying you can't take stuff and philosophize stuff from certain prolific scripture, whether it's Quran or the Bible. But remember what I said to you. Without any of these that will be kind of bombarding you, or if you're in certain movements or family, because another families are never part of it, right? Or those that you may hang around, they're going to be the ones that are going to, oh my God, make sure you're only in that book. Make sure you're doing your 5 prayers a day. These times, the Almighty don't want you to be like that. They want you to, in a standard, not be an infant all your life. Why are you always bowing down? Not saying you're not meant to pay homage and pray and do stuff like that. I'm not saying that. I'm saying you're also supposed to become a master of your own universe. Remember, put it this way. If it's going to be infinite realities, obviously, there's going to be a lot of dreams going on, right? So be careful of what dream you may end up in, because obviously ultimately you're in your own dream anyway, because you're a fractal of the all spark. That's what I keep saying to you. That's why I keep saying that very thing. You are a fractal part of the all spark. Yeah, the Almighty. Don't forget that. So big yourself up as much as you're. That's crazy to me. That's crazy to me.
I believe God is separate. Like he's one. Like we're not part of him. He makes. So for example, I'll give the example. If you make a car, you don't become the car, do you? That car, you made it. That's not you. Yeah, it's you made it. Do you understand? That's
but it still comes from attributes of what you are spiritually, just like the speakers, the air, the cameras, the eye, the heart of engine of the car is
Yeah. You can have the essence, you can have the essence, but you can't have ownership. You can't say you are. but you can say you
All
have
right,
the
no,
essence.
I'm with you. Yeah. I'm with you with that.
Okay, so
Because once you
I
put a
agree,
name
I
on
agree.
things, that's when things get crazy.
Yeah, I
Like,
agree.
once you
I
put a
agree with
name
you
and
on that.
title on things, yeah. I'm with you on that part slightly.
Okay, cool.
But that's where things get
Because so
crazy. Once you
there's a
put a name
sect
on
of people
things.
that say they are God. Do you get it? Because God is them. They are God, and then they actually think that whatever they do is godly. But no, we're human. We can do some. Like, does that mean when I go toilet that God's going in the toilet? No, like that don't make sense to me. That's what I'm saying. Like that. But I get what you're
I'll
saying. The essence.
say,
But yeah, I'll give you
I'll
that.
just say, once you, just on a personal level, you probably notice some amazing synchronicities, some thought to manifestation stuff. Oh, I just thought that, and I'm not on about just because you thought, oh, that person and they called or texture. I'm on about you're gonna buy stuff, and somebody that you ain't even seen where you live comes and gives you what you was literally gonna buy from a shop. Or I'm sitting in the library, eyes closed, meditating, and I said to myself, "This is all facts. I'm not lying to you." And I'm saying to myself, "Oh, I've had water today. I could do with a little nibble. So basically, I had enough drink and liquids, whatever. And in my mind, I was like, oh, I could do with a little nibble. I opened my eyes. 5-7 minutes later, the person next to me has got a yogurt flapjack bar just ready to hand to me. I've just opened my eyes, bruv. So my point is, like, because a lot of people don't get your power within the construct or out of the construct, you think now you're not on no, and I'm not on about I am God or you're God. I'm saying you have attributes because you're the fucking fractal of the allspark. What part of that don't people get? Oh my God.
When you put it like that, it
God.
makes sense, but it can be misinterpreted depending on like what a person is
Oh
understanding.
yeah, of course. Of course.
Like,
Because not everybody's gonna catch little things in their own slipstream of life to, maybe gain understanding through the introspection of, of course, I get you with that. Of course.
because I'm a type of person, when I hear something, I take it sometimes literally. I know I shouldn't, but that's just like how I am. Like, I don't talk too much. I don't engage in social conversation. But when I do talk, I'm very like, I like to take it at face value. So sometimes I need to correct myself. So it wasn't to you, it was more a personal thing.
Yeah, cool. I hear you. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of natural. That's natural. I mean, I'm sure I'm going to do that slightly, but then obviously I've got my mindful side that will be like, okay, and then I, go through the bits and bobs that I need to go through to,
I wanted to ask
maybe
you,
extrapolate some understanding.
Yeah, I want to ask you, what do you think about the pyramids? Like, how have you seen obviously the pyramids of Giza in Egypt?
Yeah, Kemet, Egypt.
Came about? The pyramids in Egypt. Have you seen how they're made? Like, that's a bit mad, isn't it?
Which ones? You're not on about Egypt. Which ones you on about? Sorry.
Yeah. So the pyramids in Egypt, the massive.
Oh right.
Big, have you
been
Giza.
There?
Have you been there?
I've never been there. I've never been to see them. I would love to see them.
I've been there. It's mad. One brick is like bigger than a mini truck, and there's like thousands stacked up perfectly, and it just makes you think. You couldn't even get
a sheet of paper or a razor blade can't fit through. Like, how are they moving and putting all of that? You know what I mean? It is. Yeah,
and it's still there today. Amazing. Like, it's still there today. Like, that's what madness.
But yeah, funny you asked that, because I was gonna watch Gods of Egypt, or maybe even a little Clash of the Titans again, or one of them old school. Because I know you spoke about the clay stuff as well. Remember the clay? That if you've seen those movies like Clash of the Titans, I know they redid it, but I'm probably gonna watch those in the next few days.
You know what? I don't watch too much. I don't watch movies. I don't watch TV. I don't watch news. I just sometimes on YouTube. I don't even have a TV in my house. My kids don't watch it. I got 3 kids. They don't watch nothing.
Brilliant.
The only thing
brilliant.
I only allow them a bit of games, but even that I monitor them. And that's 1 hour strict, 1 hour strict. And my kids are proper. Me and my wife are proper strict like that. No TV in the house. No TV license bill, nothing.
Yeah. I mean, well, for me, whether I've got TV or not, I'll tell them about themselves as I had before. I said, how are you going to ask me about TV license and I can break down all the propaganda with or without the numerology, and then I give them a breakdown of what I'm talking about, and then they'll send me an official letter and say, hey, whatever my name is, audio or recorder, be like, oh no, that's all right, you don't have to pay anymore. Yeah, no shit. Now, a couple of years, they sent me an official letter. I don't have to, because I told them on the phone. But now, because it's been a couple of years, they're on me again, about TV license. And I'm like, I think I phoned them once and I said, you need to use or find the recording, because I'm not going to reiterate the same stuff, because I said to them, I'm not going to, as I said, if it was conducive, I'll pay for it. But it's not conducive. You lot are evil, wicked people. I ain't paying for shit.
That's a sick
I pay for
one,
it. I pay for internet everything.
Much love to you, man. I think if you want, I can let you go if you want to carry on, or it's up to you.
Oh no, do you know what? I'm gonna because I've been on a while now. I mean,
Yeah.
I'll go through maybe a couple of quick tiny stories that I've got here. You know, my show notes or whatever situation of yours on the show notes. Yeah, I've got a couple more situations, you know, some stabbing stuff. Just showing you the same numbers, so maybe I'll just do it next time. If anything, it's not really any need. Again, shout out to London Man. He said, good conversation, guys. I'm listening. He's in a cab with the family. He said he's been to Egypt. And then he said, oh, he went for a wedding. Oh, is that why he was in
Nice.
Cyprus or Egypt? Sorry, you went for a wedding. All right, big up.
Nice, yeah. Egypt's an
Yeah,
amazing
man.
place. It is.
One of the. Is it one of the 7 wonders of the earth? Must be, because apparently they line up with Orion's belt, right? Apparently, I don't know. I haven't, you know, done the measurements or, you know, see how accurate it is, but apparently, the pyramids, the 3 pyramids, it lines up with Orion's belt, and it's definitely changed as well, because the sky, how the sun used to come over before, it's changed. Because I watched the sky, right, and I've noticed the timing of the sun of how it comes over now. It's veered over more to the right in the last couple of years. I've noticed. I said, wow, yeah, it has. So, you know, the sky definitely spins. We don't move. We're not hurting through the cosmos, you know. Oh, and lastly as well, you know about the 93rd day of the year. Did I mention that today? That's why they tell you, if you look it up, they say Jesus is born on the 93rd day of the year. If you look it up, no, not born, crucified on the 93rd day of the year between the hours of 9 and 3. God's Son equals 93, crucifix equals 93, propaganda 93, and as I say, you know, let's forget some other significant 93s, but my point is, April 3rd, the 93rd day of the year. Christ or Jesus Christ equals 43, so again, April 3rd. And again, that's why they tell you or lie and say the sun's 93 million miles away. Then when you look up the dark occultist, Aleister Crowley, which you probably heard of that name before, and his occult knowledge and Thelema practice knowledge, that's embedded in all of the media and news and stuff and music. Hence why he's in the background, and even the band, old school band called the Beatles.
Yeah.
He's on one of their music covers, Aleister Crowley. Yeah. Anyway, he was dubbed one of the most wicked and evil man on the planet of his time, and probably maybe even still now, right? With what he used to do. They called him the Beast, right? So anyway, they worship the number 93. Yeah. If you look up Thelema, right, he's practiced an order of Thelema. They worship the number 93, and it's interesting how Saturn, because I know I mentioned Saturn today, right, and the Kaaba stone in Mecca, and the cube on Saturn when you do some of your homework. But my point is, Saturn's the only wandering star that equals to 93. So you can put Jupiter, this one, that one, Uranus, whatever one. No wandering star equals 93 in any cipher apart from Saturn. Now that's pretty interesting. And as I say, they tell you it's so big and you're so small, when really it's not that big, because it's just there the same size of the moon, yin and yang. Very simple, but they want you to feel insignificant and small, and the all knowing and seeing, because it's all, you don't have to be into scripture or anything to have that in your consciousness ringing around, but you don't know it's in your consciousness, batting around, dancing around your consciousness, and you don't realize that you feel insignificant, and you've got this all watcher in the sky, but really it's not that big, and it's the same size of the moon, and it's just there, yin and yang. Get it? Very simple. Because think about the priesthood merges with the government stuff, and then you have the world you have today. Very simple.
Yeah, it's a lot, man. A lot to digest, man. But I don't even believe Jesus was crucified. Like, in my beliefs, I think it was someone put as it was all a show. It was all fake.
Go on. I'll tell you who does a decent job, and there's other people. Go on the channel called Inner Stand or Inner Standing. I usually put some of this stuff up on my community wall posts. You've got 7 Bomar clips. It's the same person. Or go on my community wall posts and you'll find ones that will say the most powerful card in the deck, and it looks cartoony. The channel's called Inner Stand. It's the same guy, Seven Bomar. And who does another decent job breaking down Taurus fields and the metaphors of Jesus? Bro Sanchez does a decent job. Again, I might not be on board with all of this stuff, but if you BRO Sanchez TV, and you know, he's done some great entries concerning the metaphors and the metaphorical stuff to do with Jesus, Taurus fields, because again, you know, we spoke about Taurus fields today, and the sun and the moon and time and 88 and all that stuff, and pharaoh cells. So you can get a nice, you know, dub play and to digest for yourself over the next week or months, because he's done some good work with that. So yeah, Bro Sanchez, and check out Seven Bomber in Inner Standing. He's on the next level as well. So you need both of them, to be fair.
Yeah. You know, the other thing is, you know, like the routine of how things are, like, you know, you said the number 8, like that the moon and the sun is on is it on an axis of an 8, you said? Is that what you said?
Basically, you got the Taurus field, right? Because if you get a time lapse of all the wandering stars, you know that it's all flower of life and seed of life and all these type of sacred geometry stuff going on. So if you didn't realize that, look it up. Look up time lapsing of the wandering stars, right? You will see, oh shit, they're doing it all. Yeah, it's amazing. But yeah, but with the sun and the moon, I've realized, okay, what they're on is they're on the inside flip of the Taurus field. So they're not going on the outside going round. They are stuck on the inside, which is the hourglass, the figure 8. Hence why they make the figure 8.
Inside. So they do it.
Yeah, on the inside. Yeah, they do. Yeah. That's what they say. Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
Is it fixed? Like, does it change, or is it been like that? They can't change.
It ain't changing, and that's why it's going to be here indefinitely. As in, obviously, all planes of existence. But obviously, we're speaking about this one because obviously, you might go to another one. It doesn't mean it's going to be fire-based ratio and the type of sun and moon. You know what I mean? You might be like, you know, I don't know. I don't want to mention a film, but you know, you're going to go to somewhere else, and you might not have 5 fingers and 2 eyes. You're going to have different dynamics and mechanics and fire-based ratios and golden ratios that are going to go with those realms. You know what I mean? So don't get too, you know, acquainted with your body. And even if you come back here or these type of realms or dimensions, obviously you got the totem pole. Because remember, you know, I spoke about the water and the oil. Remember all that stuff, water and the oil? So again, you've got the totem pole. So you might come back as a fruit fly. You might come back as a dog. You might come back as a whale. Who knows? I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, but the routine, as I was saying, like, yeah, that kind of makes sense to me, like, because everything happens in a cycle, isn't it? Like, it's all like the way we
cyclic,
are, like, everything's in a habit.
Yes.
It's like repeat, round and round, like a cycle. So
yeah, definitely.
Kind of amazing, isn't it?
It is amazing. I'm in awe constantly. Again, the side quest with little bits here and there from growing up is now my main quest. The rat race is the side quest. Don't care.
I wish you the best.
Huh?
Like, I wish you the best. Yes. I wish you can do well in what you're doing, because it's good what you're saying. Like, kind of open.
Yeah, man, definitely.
What is it?
Just need more people. Yeah, just need more people to champion it a bit. You know what I mean? In and out of communities and stuff like that would be great. But because you kind of left in an echo chamber, that I'm not trying to be in an echo chamber. I'm talking to myself. So, you know, gratitude to you today for stepping up today, you know, because hardly anybody ever steps up, whether they're a naysayer or somebody that's like, well, I'm on the fence. Let me ask them, you know, I'm what's the word? Skeptical, yeah, or whatever. You know what I mean? So big up to you and your family, man. Much love.
No, thanks, man. All right, then you take care. Yeah, I'm gonna jump.
Yes, wholeness.
Listen
much
to
love.
background. All right.
Yeah, I'll sign out with a quick tune or two that I made because I like to make the odd tune. You probably heard Dave Chappelle. You know of Dave Chappelle, the comedian, right?
Yeah, Dave Chappelle. Yeah, he's
all right. I made a tune with Dave Chappelle. I'll quickly play that. Somebody left a quick message. What is this? Little tip, my brother. I took a screenshot of that. What is this? Patsy plus F flag, maybe false flag. Always have a birth start date relationship to that. Quantum. Oh my god.
I think he's talking about the surnames, is it?
Yeah, basically, because there's a rule. I don't know. Maybe he's talking about the rule of thumb and how we do our thing, just with how we get to analyze or the template fashion that we use. So there could be an event, major or not, and obviously you look around the event, birthdays or something that somebody was known for, big album or movie, and it's very interesting the timing, whether it's Chadwick Boseman that died, you know, Wakanda. It's amazing. So yeah, it's amazing. Nice. But that's the
Anyway,
rule
I'm
of
gonna
thumb.
jump off though.
Yes.
All right. Respect.
Yes. Much love again. Yeah, big ups, wholeness. Oh yeah, cool. All right, man. Quickly play this as I said it. It's gonna be much longer. I mean, it speaks for itself, right? Where's the tune? Where is it here? Oh yeah, Room Reader. I called it Room Reader because oh god, what do I say again? I called it Room Reader because what goes with that again? There's a saying, there's a quick saying I'm trying to remember that goes with that. When you know how to read the room, right? So obviously I can look outside, I can read the room. Hence why I'm home a lot, because the way I can read the room, basically. Anyway, run the rhythm, my selector audio oracle. Oh, I am there. Where's it gone? I just had it. Oh, yeah, there it is. Room reader. Bam.
The worst thing to call somebody is crazy. These people are not crazy. They're strong people. Maybe the environment is a little sick. That's bullshit. These people are not crazy. They're strong people. The worst thing to call somebody is crazy is dismissive. I don't understand this person, so they're crazy. That's bullshit. These people are not crazy. They're strong people. Maybe the environment is a little sick.
Quickly play this one. Sure you know Whitney Houston, right? Whitney Houston. Do you know what though? I haven't put the vocals with the beat, but I've got it. The vocals with no beat. I'll play it in a sec. I'll just let you get a little flavour with the beat, but then I'll play the vocals with no beat. Again, big up Whitney Houston, yeah? R.I.P. They done dirty as well, boy. By the numbers. Track entitled Eternity. Play some of this. Shout out to Whitney. Exclusive dub plates from yours truly, myself, Audio Oracle. Again, none of these are finished, but we can cook up a little something, you know what I mean? Shout out to all my liquid drum and bass massive. You done know liquid lives matter. You gotta get the mental floss in. Make sure you mental floss now. Don't just dental floss. You make sure you mental floss, yeah? Hey. Once again, shout out to TR7. I forgot to ask you how you pronounce your name, but yeah, man, you done know. Big up, yeah. Much love and wholeness.
It's okay if you're sleeping with me.
Drop the beat back in a second with no vocals, so hold tight, and then I'm gonna get out of it and catch you when I catch you on the next transmission.
Stop.
awareness, spread love and light, hashtag don't be a basic beast brainer, and of course, give gracious gratitude, but take no shit. Catch you on the rebound, honest.